So, in a recent interview with Meet the Press, Senator Elizabeth Warren, who has been working extremely hard to get rid of Bitcoin here in the United States, crypto as a whole, she says Bitcoin has no value. So, I figured we'd listen to her tell us how valueless Bitcoin is. This should be an interesting one. Let's go ahead and listen to her. Let us know how valueless this cryptocurrency we call Bitcoin is.
With Bitcoin, there's no thing that backs it up. And that's what makes it different. It's just belief. You and I assess. You assess the value is going to go down, I assess it's going to go up, and therefore I buy.
So it's more like this artwork.
No, because at the end of the day, I can hang that thing on my wall.
Right.
See, now I like the fact that he actually said to her that it's just like that artwork, because the last time I checked, just about everything in this world has value based on what I think, what you think, and what we value in that thing. That goes for diamonds, that goes for real estate, that goes for art, that goes for anything. Value is only applied to the thing if someone else is willing to pay that much for said thing. So she's explaining to us how virtually every asset works, but we'll listen to her continue to go off.
Right.
And I can enjoy it,
But you
or
can
I
sell
can
it.
throw darts at it.
You could sell it for money.
Sure you can. I mean, there are features about it that are the same, but it's not the same. And look, one of the things we have.
So maybe we need to find a way to throw darts at our Bitcoin, and that would probably help it gain some value, because throwing darts at things clearly gives it value. Whew.
Have to remember about, there are a lot of things that come within this crypto world. So for example, we could be talking about, instead of Bitcoin, we could be talking about digital currency. Now that's something very different.
I think that's different too. I buy that. I accept that.
That's right,
Different.
because that's a government-backed electronic transfer. And it can be denominated in dollars, it could be denominated in euros, it could be denominated in some new language that's made up. But that.
Now, see, the only problem with that, because I do agree with her here, at least if you have government backing, you know that your currency has some sort of protections associated with it, whereas Bitcoin, cryptocurrency as a whole, has no protections. There's nothing that is backing it in terms of you being protected if something happens. But I think that is sort of the exact reason why Bitcoin was created. It is order to take the power away from the government and give it to the people. You self-custody it, and you're the one that determines how to transact it. You could be in a situation where the government decides we're going to block your ability to transfer your digital currency, and there's nothing you can do about that. Whereas with Bitcoin, I could send Bitcoin to anyone, or I could receive Bitcoin from anyone, and there's really no way that the government can stop that. As long as I have a wallet address, I can receive Bitcoin. With a centralized digital currency, the government and the banks would have all of the control, which kind of just eliminates the point of cryptocurrency as a whole. So I'm not really understanding her stance there, but I do agree with the fact that if the government is backing it, there are at least some protections in place, whereas with crypto, there are zero protections in place.
That has something that backs it up. It has a government that says, if at the end of the day there's a run on this stuff, everybody wants theirs out, the United States government promises there will be something to back it up. And that's what banks are about. There'll be somebody there to back it up. But with Bitcoin, that's not the case. And then, of course, can we do one with?
So that's what she had to say. Like I said, I agree with one of the points that she made, but when we're talking about backing, there's nothing backing the US dollar. It is no longer based on the gold standard. So to use that as an argument is somewhat moot. I do agree with the fact that if something does happen in terms of protections, at least with money or currencies that are backed by the government, you do have certain protections in place, whereas with cryptocurrency, you do not. But she basically explained to us the US dollar. It has no real protections, it has no real value. There's nothing really backing it other than the FDIC protecting you in the event that there's a run on the bank and you get protected up to 250K per account that you have there. But outside of that, I really don't understand what she's trying to explain because, again, the value of the asset is in the hands of the people who are involved in transacting that asset, whether it be a car, whether it be the shirt that I'm wearing, whether it be currencies, anything that we're talking about when it comes to value. I have to be willing to pay a certain amount for it in order for you to sell it for that amount. And that is the same thing with cryptocurrencies. The value is based on what the people involved in that system believe that it's worth. Because outside of that, then everything is valueless, even diamonds. There is no value to even diamonds if someone is not willing to pay the price that you say that that rock is worth. So I'm not sure exactly what she was trying to get across here. I just thought that was an interesting tidbit and I wanted to share it with you guys. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this, please go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button and check out our channel for more content. We will continue to bring you everything we can and as soon as we can. Have a good one.